Hello students, greetings of the day and welcome to the continued session of Food, Where Does It Come From? In the previous video session, we were discussing about sources of food. So before we deep dwell into it, let me just recapitulate what we have studied till now. So in the previous video session, we just started with the chapter Food, Where Does It Come From? There we discussed about food, then the need for food, we discussed about the nutrients, then the functions of food, then we discussed about the variety in our food. We are having a variety of food available to us, then about the ingredients, and then reached to the topic sources of food. I've just told you that we human beings, we are having two basic sources of food. What are they? They are plants and the animals. How the plants and the animals act as source of food. We'll discuss it one by one. So firstly, we'll discuss plants as source of food. So coming to the topic, plants as source of food. So how the plants act as source of food? Look, different food items are obtained from the plants and these are categorized as, firstly, in the group of cereals. What are cereals? The wheat, rice, maize, millet that we call in the local language as bajra. What is millet? It is bajra. These are all called cereals and these are the seeds of the cultivated grasses. And being a very rich source of carbohydrates, cereals form the staple food of human beings. So what is a staple food? The staple food or simply a staple, that is a food that is eaten routinely and in such quantities that it constitutes a dominant portion of a standard diet for a given people, supplying a large fraction of energy needs and generally forming a significant proportion of the intake of other nutrients as well. What are the staple food? The staple food is that which we are eating in a routine. And generally, a significant portion of the intake of nutrients is obtained from the staple food for us, the human beings. Then the next part is pulses. And the pulses include Bengal gram that we call as chana, the green gram that we call as mung, the black gram that we call as urad dal, and the lentils that is masoor dal. We are having all these things in our kitchen. Then the pigeon pea that we call as arhar, then the beans which we call lobia, the kidney beans which are called rajma. And why these are called kidney beans? Because they are having a shape like our kidney. That is why they are called kidney beans. That is rajma. And then the chickpeas. What is it? This is Kabuli chana. We are having all these pulses in our kitchen. And from where these are obtained? These are obtained from the plants only. That is why plant act as source of food. Then coming to the part of vegetables and fruits. Firstly, we will discuss vegetables. The vegetables may be derived from different parts of the plant. It may be derived from roots. It may be derived from fruit, the stems, leaves and the flowers. We eat different parts of plant. We'll discuss how the different parts of the plants, the roots, stems, flowers and fruits, how they act as vegetables for us. The root vegetables include radish, carrot, turnip, sweet potato, beetroot, etc. These are all obtained from plants. And which part of the plant we are eating? We are eating the root of that particular plant. Then the stem vegetables include potato, ginger, garlic, onion, etc. We are eating the stem of these plants. The potato, also in potato we are eating the stem only. That is actually the modified stem of the potato. Then in the leafy vegetables we are having spinach that we call palak in the local language. We are having fenugreek which we call methi. Then the cabbage, coriander that we call as dhania, and the mint which we call as pudina in the local language. We are having these leafy vegetables. Then coming to the flower part of the plant, we are having a lot of plants in which we eat flower part of the plant. For example, we are having cauliflower plant and broccoli plant in which we eat flower of these plants. And then we are having a lot of plants in which we are eating fruit part of that particular plant. And this category includes the tomato, brinjal, cucumber, pumpkin, ladyfinger, etc. All these plants are available to us, and which part of it we are eating? We are eating fruit part of these plants. So all these vegetables, these are obtained from plants only. We are eating different parts of the plants, and these are all included in our vegetables. Now coming to the fruit part, we are having a lot of fruits. Lot of fruits. And from where these are obtained? These are again obtained from the plants only, and the fruit category involves apple, peach, pear, mango, banana, pineapple, chiku, grapes, guava, papaya, orange, watermelon, lychee, and a lot more, which we eat regularly, and we are very happy to eat it. They are very sweet in taste. And these are obtained from where? These are obtained from the plants only. These are some of the vegetables and fruits that we are obtaining from plants. So plant act as source of food. Still we are having a lot more things which we are using in our daily lives, and that is also obtained from the plants. Like the oils. The oils which we use as edible oil. The oil is used for preparing the food. That is also obtained from plants. How that is obtained from plants? These are actually obtained from the seeds of plants. Mostly that is obtained from the seeds of plant, and that may be obtained from some other part of plant also. The oils which we are using as edible oil, that is extracted from the seeds of the plants only. We are using mustard oil, we are using groundnut oil, sesame oil. These are all obtained from the seeds of the plant. Then we are having sunflower oil, that is obtained from sunflower. And which part of the plant it is? It is the flower part of the plant. Then we are having coconut oil. But which part of it is? It is the fruit part of the plant. We are having coconut oil in which we are having fruit part of the plant. And these are all included in the category of oils. And then comes the very interesting category, that is spices. We use spices in preparation of our vegetables. What are they? They are actually the masale. हम अपने खाने में मसाले यूज करते हैं. Actually, India is having a variety of spices available. And actually, India is famous for its spices. And the spices may be obtained from seeds, buds. These may be also obtained from different parts of the plants. Spices may be dried seeds. These may be buds. These may be fruit or some bark of the plant. Plant की bark भी हो सकती है वो. And some common spices which are used in India, these are cumin seeds that we call as jeera, then the turmeric which we call haldi, then coriander which is called as dhania, then the mustard seeds which are sarson, and the asafoetida that is hing, cardamom that is elaichi, cinnamon that is dalchini, and black pepper that is kale mirch. These are all included in the category of spices, and we use these spices for the preparation of our food, and it actually enhances the taste of the food. Right? Then we are having sugar. Sugar is also obtained from some part of plant only. How the sugar is obtained? Sugar is obtained either from sugar cane or the beetroot plant, and these are also plants. Then we are very interested in having coffee and tea. From where these are obtained? These are also obtained from plants only. Tea is obtained from the leaf part of the plant. We are having tea plant. From there we just get the leaf, get it dried, and then obtain the tea. And from the coffee, from where it is obtained? These are obtained from the seeds of the coffee. We just get the seeds of the coffee, get it dried, and then coffee is prepared from it. Similarly, we are having cocoa also. That is also obtained from the seeds of the cocoa plant. So these are all the part of the food items which we are obtaining from the plants. So that is how the plant act as source of food for us. So today we discussed about the first part, that is plants as source of food. In the next session, we'll discuss the animals as source of food. In the last, let me discuss about a very interesting topic, that is sprouting. Now what is sprouting? These are the sprouts. These are actually the sprouts of the moong dal. Now what is sprouting? Sprouting is actually the natural process by which the seeds or spores germinate and put out some shoots. Sprouts are the seeds that have germinated. And this germination process usually begins when the seeds are being soaked for several hours. And the sprouting grains and seeds, these produces nutrient-rich food, a very nutrient-rich food. These are very good for our health. We should eat it. You have to do it also. You have to do an activity regarding this. And what you have to do in the activity? To prepare the sprouts, you just have to take some seeds of green gram, that is moong dal. You have to take a little amount of moong dal, water and a muslin cloth and a bowl or a container. Then take some dried seeds of the green gram, moong dal, wash them very easily with light hands. And after washing, soak them overnight in a bowl. Then next day, drain out the water completely and wrap the seeds in the moist muslin cloth. If the seeds are not sprouted, keep them again in the moist muslin cloth for one more night. After that night, what you will see? You will see a small white structure that is coming out of each seed. And such seeds are sprouts. These are the sprouts which are very rich in nutrients. So you have to do this activity and you have to eat them. Okay? This is all for today. The rest of the portion we'll discuss in the next session. Till then, take care and have a nice day.